game, and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the USF Bulls and the Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Well, guys, the Bulls head coach told me before the game, the message to his team this week is we have got to dominate. They've already got one loss in conference play, and as the defending national champions, it's a little shocking for this early in the season. He understands there is no room for error, so that's why they have really worked on getting off to a quick start here in the first quarter. Their script is tight. He said we've worked on it a ton, and our quarterback and I are on the same page with the play calls. We'll see if that plays out here in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. Hits inside, it's Goff. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Herrera. Out wide left, it's Goff. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it through the air. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Broncos will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
The Bulls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run out of the gun with Watson. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Dropping back, it's Herrera. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught, it's Wagner. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Fires to the wideout. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He just barely got enough, but that one has just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Taken in by Smith on the right side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Gain of 29 on the play.
The Bulls come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Here's a give to Watson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Turns it upfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run for it with Watson. There he goes. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a fourth down to keep the drive going.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
Here's Underwood to throw. Left side is Hawkins. Could not make his way to the corner.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to go up top on second down. Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Odom. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Bulls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. In the red area, it's Watson. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick give. It's Goff. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Herrera. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Wagner. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Back to pass, it's Herrera. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This USF offense will open this drive right here. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Play action with Underwood. Right down the middle. In traffic, it's Church. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Underwood. Out wide left, it's Moore. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's got an open man. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Bulls look to keep this drive humming. Drops back, it's Underwood. On the move. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulls. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Goff. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Bulls use their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Broncos line up to punt it away. What a terrible, terrible shank. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Underwood. Left side is Odom. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities.
Right down the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Herrera. Fires to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside. It's Goff. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out wide right, it's Temple. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Timeout taken by Boise State. Second time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass. It's Herrera. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 24 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's Missouri keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. On the run, it's Payne. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Rush is on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Sets his feet. It's Herrera. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive and trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
They kick it away on 4th down. All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Here's Underwood to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. They're all over him. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Here's Underwood. Right side, it's Smith. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Isaac. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes,
Like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Drives inside. And he's in. Touchdown, USF. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Goff. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Unloads it left. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The give on 4th. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Inside the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Underwood finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Out wide right, it's Odom. Touchdown Bulls! And the pummeling has started. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Sets his feet. It's Herrera. Hauls it in. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, 1st down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Hits inside. It's Goff. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. Left side is Payne. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Look out! Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Odom. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Boise State ready to send up that offense. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Herrera. Keeping his eyes downfield. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too.
Makes headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line.
Touchdown Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Davis. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Second and long here. Here's Underwood to throw. It's a fumble. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He gets enough for the 1st down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning.
He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. To the air, it's Herrera. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football, so faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like that changes the...
He'll take a deep shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Under pressure. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Throwing, Underwood. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.